Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to pick.
Vengeful spirit.
I broke the thing. I accidentally went to camera. We're sleeping. We're napping. Nah, just kidding. Game number 2 here in this best of 3. The Mongols up against Fnatic. Game number 1 went the way of Fnatic. Kind of unexpected though. The Mongols really put up a great fight and managed to hold out for like 30 minutes while Fnatic were definitely on the ropes and on the back foot. But game number 2, a different beast. At least with the Lone Druid being first phase banned by the Malaysians, but still going for the first pick, Vengeful Spirit.
Just think this hero sort of fits their wheelhouse. Fnatic must feel so confident, they can just do whatever they want to win.
Reserve time.
At this point, they're undisputed at this rate. They're really feeling it right now.
They know what they want.
Yeah, they're running net as their support, or their support player as their carry. There's a new player and they're still winning everything. If anything, they look even better. Doesn't feel like
they lost anything with Mushi being sick. I mean, 343 has been a great stand-in.
He really has been. Guys, rotations and the way that he drafts really helped this team out a lot, actually.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, Fnatic got 2-0'd by MVP, and then all of a sudden, you know,
Fnatic's turn
just like
to
5-0ing them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Knocked him out of epicenter. Oh, invoke Avenge again. Time though the Mongols get their hands on the Outworld Devourer. This was something we saw Retribution really utilize quite well the other day up against First Departure. I don't think he died once. Like, his laning prowess is pretty damn good. And I'm just going to reiterate, but these guys, well, at least Cap, myself, and Toby, we met them in Azerbaijan a year.
I was not there.
Over like a year and a half ago. It was November 2014, just before I joined JD. We went there for IESF. There's the Mongolian team, Romanian team, Chinese team, which is basically newbie. But we talked to the Mongols, and they basically said we can't play in Europe because ping is like 250, 300. We can't play in China because ping is like 300, and also it's relatively difficult for them there. So Southeast Asia, they get like 230 ping, something like that, to Singapore servers.
So no matter what, they're at a disadvantage. They're still pretty good.
Yeah. Not just pretty good, but you know, the difference between them and First Departure the other day, First Departure playing from Singapore and having 6 ping, and them having 250, and they just like 2-0 crushed them. Oh, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Oracle banned out by Fnatic. The Mongols take out the Darkseer this time around. Still difficult to say where they're going to be heading though. I mean, Nature's Prophet didn't even get touched in the last game, did it?
No. They were dire side. I can forgive that. Plus, they already had a lot of heroes taken out. Darkseer early, which I'm okay with. Third, and then they picked up the Earth Spirit, so they thought they could get a lot more. Like Earth Spirit plus Darkseer is a pretty strong combo. You Ion Shell the Earth Spirit, then he just does on the Earth Spirit things. It's really hard to stop.
Witch Doctor. This, of course, still leaves Chen in the pool. And the Mongols probably have that on their mind after DJ's performance in game number 1, pretty reasonable. And there we go, the Chen ban and the instant doom pickup from the Mongols as well. Fnatic had the Bat Rider in mind the whole time. Bat Rider against both Earth Spirit and OD. We've got like Astral, we've got Kick and Grip. Not going to be the easiest time actually picking out a target, but laning stage should be okay for Ohio, I think.
What makes this a good pick too is you know the playstyle of the Air Spirit. You know he's gonna run around a lot, and Bat Rider does really well against weak dual lanes just because you can trade hits with both
10
supports.
seconds remaining.
And you can pull out the side wave, do that camp. If they're not careful, like
5
there's a lot of
seconds
options
remaining.
here in my opinion.
The Mongols.
Reserve time.
Doom plus Earth Spirit not the best support duo. Does this push Doom into like offlane or safe lane core role?
Just 4 position. Well, I don't like it as a 4. It's weird actually.
And then you have a 5 Earth Spirit roaming around as well.
I mean, maybe you just pick really self-sufficient lanes. Actually, that is a little bit weird. I think you just pick self-sufficient.
Have a lot of solo laners.
It's not an ideal solution, but
Oh, OD of course can be safe lane or mid. More likely not going to be that mid laner though. Deal with the Forge Spirits with your Arcane Orb. And Disruptor is going to be the pick, so it is going to be a core Doom.
I've not seen this in a really long time.
I saw it the other day, and oh, it was MVP Phoenix that did it. I'm sure they ran like a one roll Doom for Mental Protector, and it didn't do well. That was a series they lost like 3-0.
Call him MP, man. Done with Mental Protector.
10 seconds remaining.
Mana points.
Doesn't like it.
Oh, does he not?
I don't think so.
5 seconds
Solo ranked
remaining.
warrior.
We all call him MP now.
Easier as well.
It's been a while too since that name.
Radiant
That was back
team
in
back.
the Bird Gang days.
A long while ago. But yeah, he had to like rush BKB because Doom, outside of his ultimate, sure he farms decently well with Devour, but
10
actual
seconds
scaling
remaining.
isn't that great from the hero.
It was like weird.
5
Feels really
seconds
good.
remaining.
It's really good against Invoker, but just kinda doesn't do a whole lot
Reserve time.
behind.
I wonder if he goes towards the offlane. Like Scorched Earth was always that ability that just keeps you sustained and tips ganks in your favor if you do get jumped on by a stun. Maybe they could play aggressively with Doom plus Earth Spirit dual lane as well. That could be an option.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
And Fnatic go back with a Spectre. They've loved so much recently. Net will be happy to be over on that hero rather than the Sven, I'm sure. A lot more practiced on it.
Hero that does not care if he gets doomed. Especially if he gets his ultimate off.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant
Well,
team
Fifth pick out from the Mongols. I've actually just been told by the admin that they've currently got 50 ping to these servers.
Nice.
So I don't know if since we last talked to them they've improved their internet connections or if they've moved closer or something like that. But I was wrong.
Good for them.
Maybe that's been the upswing for them. Better ping, easier time against some of these teams. The Mongols, one roll Doom,
10
all the offlaner.
seconds remaining.
No, it still feels like they're lacking something to deal with a Spectre, a bit of physical damage, and Phantom Lancer will more likely than not provide you that. Got Disruptor and Earth Spirit to try and control these lanes. Phantom Lancer not the easiest to gank. Do you want to put the PL mid and OD safe lane though?
Yeah. Feels really good against
Invoker.
Poker mid.
Okay. And then Fnatic just need their final support for Chrissy. No Bounty, no Enchantress, no Chen.
10 seconds
3 of his heroes
remaining.
will be banned out. There's no Enigma. 4 of his heroes have been banned out.
5 seconds
It's
remaining.
a rough spot for his drafter, honestly, when like all of Chrissy's heroes have been removed.
Reserve time.
What's even left for commonly picked heroes? Like Lion potentially. Bane doesn't really set up for too much here for him.
I think right now.
There's no Chen or Beastmaster for a Winter Wyvern to be important.
Or we're missing something.
I don't know, I'm looking at a hero list and it's honestly it's a bit difficult. Like Silencer was once a popular 4-role hero, but he's not popular at all anymore anyway.
Sure, the hero is Earthshaker.
Or Rubik maybe? Rubik Venge, kind of roaming duo a little bit. And control both mid and safe lane.
Sure, the hero is Earthshaker.
Okay, I'll defer to you. It's Night Stalker. It's a melee. It's a melee support. You were close.
He needed something. You need something that deals damage.
Hmm.
Vision game though. Oh, it was Cap that pointed it out today. Rider plus NS, really good combo.
Oh yeah, Ags into Blink Lasso.
I'm gonna pick that later tonight.
Giving away your strats already.
Yeah,
Are you playing JDL or just scrimming?
just scrimming. Old Vegetable Esports Club. Good times.
Veggies!
The first 2 days we won like every scrim. Lately,
Downhill?
rough times, rough times.
Yeah. Maybe it's time to bring in Charlie.
Charlie is our 7th. Good meme.
Who's the other? Is it Fogged?
Too good for this team.
It's kind of sad that he didn't have a place to go.
Yeah, things happened. He got screwed over. Maybe that's the wrong word. Because nobody tried to screw. It's just one of those situations.
It just
The roster
happened.
lock, it hurts. You have to make like decisive decisions, like last second.
And he was
Oh,
kind of
well,
left
you're
by
out.
the wayside.
Yeah, exactly. That sucks. Everyone's scrambling like to find something as soon as possible. Somebody's gonna get kind of tossed.
That's the thing, like subs don't really do anything on these big teams either.
Yeah. Subs are. I don't think a sub has been useful yet.
No.
Although the only time it could have been was for IG when their visa issue hit.
Hmm.
But you're never. Hopefully, you're never gonna have to use your sub.
Because that's the thing, subs don't get invited to majors and stuff, it's just the 5
I think
primary.
you get to choose who you bring to the major. Obviously, because if you have 2 coaches, for example, you prefer that over your sub, right?
Yeah.
Unless your sub happens to be your coach. Rarely the case.
Prepare for battle.
Your sub's just. My experience is just like sometimes your friend, some guy that you just kind of use as a shout out thing, or. I don't think you plan on using your sub.
Already. Very quick observer wards out from Fnatic. This was like the Mushi move that we used to see. The TP, the dagger across. This observer ward placed, and usually he goes. Usually Mushi would go and like sit up here to try and contest top bounty rune with Dire Spectre, but it looks like Net wants to join the rest of his team further towards the south, while Ohio got obs ward down to the jungle. What does this obs ward give you that one further over to like the east doesn't?
30
Is that mainly
seconds
watching
to
the
battle.
Doom, I guess?
Yeah. Harder to get dewarded too.
True. I mean, a lot of people have been utilizing the ward up on top of the single unit ramp, and that gets dewarded a lot. Wards down here get
Yeah.
dewarded a lot. Yeah,
I
that's
think that one's just. We want this ward to stay up here,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
5-man camping up on top of this cliff top though. The Mongolz sentry ward over into medium camp. Maybe they're expecting the Night Stalker to actually build into an Iron Town level 1, but DJ's got boots first. Indicative of him wanting to run around a little bit more and play aggressively into these lanes maybe.
He is not a passive player. All the heroes that he plays, you just want to run at people. His team definitely complements him though.
Venge stun, Void from Night Stalker, Sunstrike through.
They have easy Roshan opportunities. They have team fight setups for the Spectre, that's really important concept actually. The team fight setup for the Spectre. So if something bad happens to Spec, you always have like, or if something is weird happening around the map, you can always like set up Bat Lasso into the Spec Haunt. You've got like an easy way for him to come into the fights without him having to like guess.
Like you secure 1 or 2 targets for him. Just
Yeah,
jump
exactly.
onto.
A lot of what I'll depend on in this game is, can the Earth Spirit have as much impact as he did last game?
Well, this time around he's going to be dealing with an Invoker. Does have a Phantom Lancer on his team for this mid lane as well, but Iron Baller, Disruptor this time around as Sanke plays the Outworld Devourer, double Fairy Fire, going to go for the safe lane. Lots of regen build actually. Maybe a little bit worried about both Bat and Night Stalker being down on that bot lane, while Peace Happiness will be the offlane Doom. All on his own. I do wonder though if R70 wants to try and maybe bully the support up at top. It's going to be what, Spectre Venge? not the strongest of dual lanes. Venge with a short range, magic missile's okay, but Spectre doesn't really offer you too much in the initial stages. You have two relatively tanky melee heroes that have some good mobility, and honestly a fair amount of right-click damage. They just need like an Orb of Venom, which Earth Spirit's actually saving up for. You could run the Vengeful Spirit down quite often. But over on Fnatic, DJ Nightstalker, mid 1 Invoker, 3/4/3 Venge. Ohio on that offlane Batrider, and there's how many heroes? 2 heroes with boots level 1. That movement speed advantage can't be understated.
Thanks.
Equally an option for them to actually run down onto this Disruptor, who's very squishy early on.
Disruptor is a hero too. You want to be ahead with this hero. Like, this hero does not do nearly as much from behind. Everybody kind of knows that. Defensive Disruptor kind of gets rid of the point of Glimpse. Glimpse is a chasing ability inherently.
You can't make people run if you're the ones on the back foot.
Cute name. Peace, happiness,
Peace, happiness.
art.
Where is he? Up at top. 3/4/3. Not sure what he's doing. Faking out that he's planting a ward or something like that. It's going to be a Satyr at level 1 for the Doombringer. While down at bottom lane, Sticky Napalm already being thrown out by Ohio. And make sure that this OD Sanka doesn't get off to a good start. One last hit. All he has to his name. Doombringer's just actually farming through the jungle. Not going anywhere near that lane up at top.
Yeah.
Earth Spirit's actually aiming towards maybe a roll in onto mid.
It's really easy to kill with Retribution. We talked about it too, right? How the PL's good against Invoker mid. You can dodge almost all of his spells with the Doppelganger.
With Doppelganger, do you dispel the minus armor debuff from Forge Spirits? Oh, whoa. Oh, 70 misses the roll, but mid one going to try and heal himself up through with the Quas. I'm not sure this is going to be enough though. Oh, with a salve it definitely will. And R70 doesn't have any way to catch up to him. Cancel out the last remnant of the salve, but it's bottom lane where they're diving in a little bit deeper. Ohio. Napalm with a Firefly down on the Disruptor, as well as the OD. He'll bail himself away. The fight continues over towards mid though, as R70 cold snapped and Force Spirit minus armor stacking up. He doesn't have a roll for 5 seconds time, but again, there's nothing to chase him down apart from this little summon from the Invoker. He'll have to like deny himself to Ancients or something though as he rolls on into them. That will be his plan.
This guy owns just dodging everything. If one didn't have the Sunstrike available, or he would have gone for it. Re-invokes now into it.
And Earth Spirit into TP back towards mid. He's got roll again.
He should go for it. He should have theoretically been able to kill him the first time around, but he missed. He did get a lot of space creation time for his Phantom Lancer though, who is almost level 4 now.
What have we here?
And level 2 Quas for mid one. Not going for the 2 points in Exort, realizing he needs more HP regen. Up against all this harassment coming out. But Earth Spirit will make the little wander up towards top lane. Maybe look for the Vengeful.
I think the attack range and duration are better than the damage that you get.
Oh, misses another roll. Net. Praise his lucky stars that he gets away from this. Mid one just keeps popping out these Forge Spirits. How's the bottom lane going though? OD has actually managed to finally get himself into a nice rhythm of last hits there. 14-1, no longer being fully bullied by the DJ Nightstalker. Ohio's got himself close to level 4, and it kind of goes both ways, right? You know, the OD has got himself back into this lane, but also the negative side of things is they haven't been able to force either of these heroes away from the lane.
I'm gonna send this guy like a really strongly worded message. If he doesn't get a wand.
Who, the OD?
Writer. Yeah.
Well, he didn't against... Oh wait, that was a different game.
That was a different game,
That was
but that also was like, come on man.
Against the Zeus.
This is what that item was built for. There's no reason not to, especially against Batrider. He doesn't have burst damage, like you get chased down, so you could get a bunch of wand charges off. Very hard to kill.
Oh, oh no! Oh, 70! Again! Tried to roll across onto mid one, expecting a more aggressive play, but it's just diving mid, diving bot, sticky napalm charges, stacking up. Aaron Bollard is Disruptor. He's being chased down behind the trees. He does have a stick, but it will not be enough to save him. Thunderstrike and Ohio.
He doesn't have a lot of mana.
Not gonna continue going in for that kill. DJ bottles through. Ohio will save him and help him with that one. Well, as the bounty rune he'll pick up down at bottom lane. But Earth Spirit, you know, you said that he kind of looked for the early game pressure that he found in game number 1. He's not been able to. He's missed 3 or 4 rolls out of the 5 he's attempted. Hasn't been on point.
That first one should have led to a kill. If they're able to land that first one, it's guaranteed kill, gain PL a huge advantage. Now he's not really sure what to do.
They move the disruptor in here as well, and smoke up together. DD Rune's going to wear off in 5 or 6 seconds. Let's look at mid one's positioning. Looking up the creep wave, making sure equilibrium is back up, at least closer to his own ramp. He's not going to be able to get it. The range creep is actually holding this one out, so a little bit further forward than he would like. Now with the lance forward, they've got the Thunder Strike, and mid one will drop. Slowly but surely, even with the Fairy Fires, there's no escape from the 3-man gank there.
Really needed that one to work out. It's been a little bit long. Night Stalker came down initially to this mid lane, trying to help out, but he's gonna just make his way down here again as Ohio is bullying this OD out quite hard. Ohio's got 20 CS. More importantly, he's got level 5. OD is only level 4. Gonna really pressure this safe lane now too. He's gonna force the disruptor to come down, but He's gotta be careful. He's gonna go on him, I think.
Yeah, Fnatic field in the Astral, but in comes the Haunt, and this is the movement here from Fnatic. Actually going to jump himself away. His net doesn't want to stick around the bottom lane, but got the damage and the kill onto the OD with a kick forward. R70, he doesn't have a roll away. They're going to get 2 kills out of him, so maybe look for the third as this disruptor. Oh, he's in a ton of trouble. Ohio bottles up after jigging himself back, and now fourth. The sticky napalm charges keep stacking up. And Arian Baller, 3 heroes dead on this safe lane. Safe lane.
Yeah.
From the Mongolz.
The cool thing about that too is that net got glimpsed back, and he didn't expect it. He's like, oh, okay.
I actually thought he jumped back with his Haunt to get himself out there, but
he got glimpsed. It was nice. It actually ended up working out. This Doom though is bullying him like crazy.
It's one of the upsides here for the Mongols. Is Doom sitting on about 2,000 net worth as this offlaner. But let's just look at the Batrider. Ohio is having a cracking game. 1,600 gold. Doesn't go for the Tranquils. Got his bottle for sustain. He just wants to go straight into the Blink Dagger as 343. You do not know the pain that is waiting for you. They're all forward from R70. That Infernal Blade, even with the Magic Missile back from the Vengeful Spirit, trying to deny yourself to neutrals, but R70's there with the Boulder Smash to secure. And mid. Well, mid one. Survived by the Phantom Lancer. All these illusions out. Retribution, cold snapped up mid one, trying to shimmy himself away from this, and for now it's actually working out. Retribution doesn't have a lance to throw. It's a couple of hits to kill off this Invoker. Now the Duke's back mid one, bottled up by Ohio. They're gonna get Retribution's Phantom Lancer. The illusions aren't enough, and Phantom Lancer, dear lord, and the roll misses. R70.
R70.
Deary me.
He's dead. There's the Sunstrike. That was the worst turnaround possible for Mongols. Oh. You've got to be so sad if you're R70. At least kill the Invoker. I think that's the bare minimum that he wanted there. That dive was so good by that PL2. He just got juked out a little bit. At
this point, it's gone past Spellfish. It's turning into Bible Thump. Like I'm feeling almost physical pain here for the Earth Spirit. Empathy levels rising. R70. It's such a great game number 1. I don't know what's happened to him in this one, but of course he still has room to pick things up and maybe try and reset as they do move 3 or 4 heroes down towards bottom lane. It does coincide though very nicely with Ohio's Blink Dagger pickup. Daytime has arrived and Night Stalker.
Here. I think you should just back.
He's picking out to go aggressively in with the Haunt. Astral's back on Chrissy's Night Stalker in the back, and Ohio's Firefly over the top of them, but the Doom is down, and this is going to be the Batrider dropping before he even gets the kill. Forward onto the Disruptor and Earth Spirit. He actually picks up the money there.
That was a lot of heroes though that they committed for that one.
And the first Doom of the game, as 343 is invis and hiding. Oh, he's not hiding for much longer. Danke moves himself a little bit further back, and I think they want to try and pick off Peace to Happiness. And no Scorched Earth is gone. So with the Sunstrike comboed up very nicely here with a Magic Missile, that Fairy Fire is only going to keep you alive for so long. Maybe with an Astral keeps him alive a little bit longer. Sanke comes in to save his teammate. There's no Sandy's Eclipse though.
He just won that.
Find the kill. Oh, the roll will land. Missed out on the Boulder Smash though.
Mana. Alright.
Oh dear. Doom for the Night Stalker. Still okay for Fnatic.
343 could get out. They know he's in there?
Oh, they don't.
Oh, he's just It's tiny hole.
Oh. Nice look at Midas.
He's already got it too. 9 minutes. It's pretty quick.
I was kind of wondering whether he goes for like phase boots, urn, bronze, something like that.
Nice.
Oh,
they did know. I was like, there's no way.
There's no other option for 3-4-3. Give the kill over to the OD as well. And now he's got himself. No! He buys his treads over at base. You've got a side shot for that. 1. 5 to 8, 9.5 minutes in mid lane. I'm going to shove in onto this tier 1. While of course Spectre, Net, has been left alone for the past minute and a half or so while the group top has 4 down at bottom.
Oh, now he wants to buy one.
With OD, yeah. Laning phase is nearly done.
Really feel like that item would have helped out.
There's the one now. Lasso is still here for Ohio. Firefly as well. They're just waiting for someone to pop up and show their face towards mid. But it might be the Doom. But top, as the bounty rune gets taken, Ohio will know that someone was there. That's the glyph actually thrown out. There's kind of a weird spread of heroes, you know? Mongolz, they move OD towards mid, Earth Spirit here as well, Disruption. Bot lane, there's nobody. And it's good realization there from DJ. Chrissy, instead of sitting and farming bottom, you know, he's got the Midas. He's going to get some kind of gold income regardless, he just has to be active a little bit more with this Night Stalker as the lasso. Catch the Doombringer, but in comes R70 with the Doom back. They're going to try and eclipse down Ohio, he's dropping and he will die. Eventually, but Doombringer loses his life in exchange for that one as Chrissy, he's come in to clear up. There's the Magnetize out as R70 does kick across both of them. And this Earth Spirit's keeping himself alive a little bit longer than maybe anyone else expected with a roll further south. R70 doesn't have a little stone though, he's gonna get astral through. And Chrissy with 3-4-3, they're retreating, the Glimpse though captures the Mental Spirit, a horn back into things, will clear up the Earth Spirit in the back end. Not gonna find anything further forward as this Sunstrike will barely clip the rear of Sankey, but 2 for 2. Fnatic against Mongolz really skirmishing up on top lane.
Still feel like things overall benefit Fnatic just because their core is getting the gold, and more importantly, their Invoker Midas, he favors this passive game where you can just set up for Sunstrikes around the map, here and there. He's gonna get gone on mid though.
Infernal Blade slows him down and the blast is there. Oh, mid one.
Oh!
Dead. Burnt through in the fountain.
Is under
But
attack.
he's been pinged out by the Night Stalker, like, dude, you actually completed your TP, you died to Infernal Blade back in the fountain.
Probably more upset that mid one got caught there. It is gonna give some space up to this Vengeful Spirit though, who's incredibly underleveled.
You need that swap. I mean, if they had swap there, you know, mid one gets brought back to the tier 1, maybe TP's out a little bit further away. Things could have been a bit nicer for him.
This Bat Rider though has had an absolutely absurd game. The highest net worth in the game right now. They were able to contest so much in that bottom lane. I thought OD Disruptor would be pretty strong, especially OD. That's what he's known for laning, but Bat Rider really made it difficult for him.
It was kind of like the Night Stalker had the 1v1 against Disruptor, and then Bat had a 1v1 against OD. It was just awkward all around. Oh, okay, Static Storm doesn't kill off 3-4-3, and now that Chrissy's here, doesn't cancel the boulder roll forward, but R70's still going to drop himself here next to tier 1 tower as the jump forward Ohio. Napalm, but Lasso is not going to get in range. Disruptor gets himself just far enough out, but Ohio won't be able to catch him.
So that's a dead Earth Spirit. You've created more space around the map. Right now, the OD does not have anywhere to really farm. Mid one feels really comfortable pushing this one out at bottom.
And Retribution has to TP top to try and stop Net from farming, but Net's movement back into the jungle, realizing that if anyone else TP's top, he is definitely open and susceptible to dying. While Ohio's over in the Radiant jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under
Fnatic,
attack.
Roshan, you said is a pretty good go for them. Is there a specific moment or point in the game where you're like, let's go do Rosh, guys? Is it a pick-off? Is it like a tier 1 mid falling?
Probably just you get some control with the Bat Rider. You don't have to do it right now. It's still a little bit riskier than necessary, just because Earth Spirit plus Disruptor is still really hard to fight into.
Oh, smoke up from the Mongolz. Move themselves up to top. They're hunting for Net, but again, just look at Net's positioning. He's actually cut himself through into these trees, Quelling Blade across, hiding back in the tree line and making sure he cannot get caught. Because vision here from Mongolz is kind of lacking. You know, they don't have a Beastmaster. There's no Haunt or Firefly from a Batrider that Fnatic do actually have here. And
Radiant's bottom
Observer Ward
tower is
deep
under
behind tier
attack.
1. They're actually pinging this out, saying Net must be somewhere close and somewhere hiding in these trees, but they just don't know where. It's too
Radiant's
much.
middle
Far.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
he's all the way back behind the tier 2
Radiant's
now,
I'll lose
pretty
a mid
much.
tower for this. That's a pretty bad trade.
Oh,
You can go for Roshan too, because the
Dire's
bottom
top
wave is
tower
pushed in.
is under
They
attack.
just run to Rosh.
Dire's top tower
and that
is
comes across a
falling.
stack. Not really going to be the easiest for him to take, but in the meantime, you know, Ohio's farming Radiant Jungle. They take tier 1, they go into the Roche pit. All of this value is gained by Fnatic. Oh, the Mongols. I think they realize what they've put themselves into here, the situation that they've kind of created for themselves by smoking up towards top, and they're going to contest this Roche pit. They've got all their ultimates available. Static Storm with the Earth Spirit on top of it. Of course, pretty good choke point fighting. DJ might be the one to scout out the Earth Spirit movement across. In fact, it's going to be Ohio. He's speedy, he's hasted, he's got the Earth Spirit. With the nuke damage down, he gets magnetized out, but it's still the continuation of the fight. Net has joined in with a Haunt forward, and even with this tank AOD, he cannot output enough damage. The rest of the Mongols are on full retreat. It's get the hell out here time. Odie is caught with a spot back, and Net, he's deciding not to really battle through this because that Eclipse is still available from Sankane. He might decide to turn and throw it, but his damage, oh look at that. DJ comes through, Ohio gets the triple kill. And Fnatic, back into the Roche pit they go.
DJ owned this fight. He was able to silence the Doom. Almost no chance he can turn around and fight. The OD just did not steal enough. And the Batrider actually owned him. Because you want to be able to, with OD, have a lot of movement and fluidity in the fights, but the Batrider made it really difficult for him to engage and re-engage. Oh man. It's going to be a free Roshan now, and they could not afford that one.
Roshan has fallen
That's a
to the
rough
dark.
one. Going to be a lot of map control lost, and Fnatic are just going to look for fights around the map now as a result.
Blink Force Bat. 16 minutes in. That's an absolute dream for Ohio. It looks like mid one's going to go back for his Yule Scepter. This is more of the kind of standard build we see from him. Sometimes it's the BOT, sometimes it's the Blink, but 9 times out of 10 it's the Yule Scepter after the Brown Boots Midas. Mongolz though, again with a smoke forward. DJ, he is 3-1 and 10, and he's a reasonably good kill here for them. Picking off this Midas holding Night Stalker. I mean, what kind of swing is that? What are we looking at here?
It's
Slight recap.
pretty decent actually. He had a lot of gold.
900 swing? He lost 300 of it there, did Chrissy.
Structures are fortified.
More importantly than that, they get map control for free. If they were able to do a move that didn't involve them running into the Aegis
Dire's middle
free mid tier 1 tower,
has fallen.
looks like they want to keep going too. That might be a little bit greedy.
Dire's middle
Fnatic don't seem too keen on stopping this. They've got a Haunt and Lasso back up, but no TP towards the tier 2 mid. Glyph will keep it alive.
Radiant's
They needed to
bottom
make the
tower
smooth
is
sooner.
under attack.
And
Batrider has to be there. He's their setup for this.
Is under attack.
Tier 2 is only on half HP though, and with this TP coming forward from Chrissy,
Radiant's top
he's alive again. 3-4-3, he's lining up for this swap onto someone, and with the Haunt, they've Blink Lassoed onto Sanka. They're trying to drop everything down onto them, but the Static Storm, it whiffs completely, it's not landing onto anybody. Ohio's in a 1v1 against the OD, but it's invoked on the back end, it gets a double kill. Doomed up now, but DJ will focus down onto the Outworld Devourer, and the rest of the fight on the back end. Oh, I don't know what's going on back there, but it's the OD that gets dropped behind tier 2. Phantom Lance is the last man standing.
It was super greedy for them to take that tier 1 fight. But they knew with the Night Stalker lining up, the Batrider ultimate, that was going to be rough for them no matter what. Even then, the Invoker still has the Aegis, like going for the Doom on him. You had to still win the fight during that Doom timing, because otherwise mid 1 would have just lived. Came back in and done Invoker things. I'm not sure. Mongolz, maybe they feel desperate, like they have to do something here.
And we've got that Doom with his Vlad's Buckler, Tranquil Boots, lots of armor and lots of utility behind him. But Phantom Lancer still needs this Diffusal Blade before he can fight. You know, BOTs allows you to jump around the map, control these lanes and just farm efficiently, basically. Not getting caught with that Doppelganger available. Getting into that damage item still seems to be the weak link here for the Mongols, as OD is in a similar kind of story. 3, 3, and 5 is his score. Drums, treads, there's no Rod of Atos, no Blink, and we're reaching 20 minutes in as Doom is getting pummeled up at top. Bloody hell.
DJ should be his axe really soon now too. Once they take this tier 1 tower top.
Oh, yeah,
And
you're
he's
right.
Ohio's going for it.
Disruptor. And a spot above that. That's a good boulder smash back from R70, but with a cold snap and Firefly. Really no retreat there from Disruptor. Retribution looks like wants to try and fight through this, but with the Ice Wall down, R70 throws out his Magnetize. Mid one still controls through and gets a nice double kill. Continues his streak to a mega kill one. And you just see the Phantom Lancer is like, sod it. Guys, I cannot get involved. He has to go back down towards bottom lane and continue farming.
Nobody can get involved in this game. Like, none of the cores on the show is the thing. Fnatic are just kind of making these moves. Mongolz isn't really responding. They seem a lot more listless in this game too.
Disruptor's job here, it kind of feels that he needs to be the one that glimpses the Batrider when someone gets lassoed.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to.
It's been rough. There's no one else as a saving support. You know, there's no... Of course, like Dazzle and people like that aren't really used anymore, but there's no Tusk, there's no Venge for them. There's no one to keep any of their cores alive through it.
DJ's so farmed.
Holy
That
crap.
Ag Scepter plus the Batrider.
And the gem.
Yeah.
It's already got a gem as well. It's Ohio's gem, I guess, but... Regardless. Ohio, even with Tranquil Boots, gonna go and buy some boots of travel. Doesn't want Tranquils anymore. To get himself around the map, and with a smoke here, probably gonna group up with 343 as well as Chrissy. Maybe go and hide yourself in the trees. The rest of the Mongols, they're scared to go top, scared to go towards mid, and they know that there are multiple heroes here in their own jungle from Fnatic, so they're scared to go over there as well. Farming is difficult. Retribution having his diffusal played at this point though might be the saving grace, except he's been spotted. TJ with the Agnes upgrade, they've seen the Firefly blink and the Horde perfectly timed down. Retribution is going to rip him apart, the silence down, so he cannot doppelganger forward. Net caught in the Static Storm, and with the Doom down on the Spectre as well, doesn't really care about this. A swap back from 343 will save up the Spectre, and the Yules onto Sanke will mean the Ice Wall traps him in place. Even with the Sandy's Eclipse, 343 refuses to die. Fnatic, all of them, refuse to die. 4-staff forward, mid one DJ chasing into tier 3s, and the Mongols. This is out of hand.
Yeah, they're gonna lose. 4 heroes here, their Doom is the only one to survive. They have to know that when it comes to the late game, there's still a Spectre. And this Night Stalker plus Batrider combination is giving too much vision on the map. There's just too many things that Mongols have to worry about. I don't think this game is really doable at this rate anymore.
What's Spectre sitting on? 3k? 2600? Yeah, not far off. You still consider the Radiance?
Still think Manta's fine here. If he goes Radiance, though, the game is over. That's a game ender. Kind of just the okay.
I'm a Spectre.
Disruptor's not gonna live.
Yeah. Been really good timing though from Fnatic. Every time they haunt, it's been the exact time the Batrider blinks in. You know, there's no deviation from it. There's no split second haunt before blink lasso before haunt. It's just like bam, we're in. Someone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Net.
attack.
Efficiency. Dropping all his stat items to get the full value out of the bottle of Ohio as he fills it back up with a nice little bounty rune. Mid one doesn't have the Aegis anymore, but he does have an Aghanim Scepter completed on its way out to him. Oh dear, 13,000 net worth on this Invoker, man. 22 minutes in. So 15k net worth lead for Fnatic, and a 20k experience lead for them. While Doombringer's running around with a Mango. Just a little bit worried. Well, the Mango is not going to save you from a Blink Lasso from a Batrider.
Ohio's just kind of made this game his.
He's 11-2-11, he's godlike. He's beyond godlike, pretty much.
He's sort of just opened up all the opportunities for his team. This bottom push is going to be nearly impossible for Mongols to stop. They want to go for it. Ohio's got Lasso again in 50 seconds.
Dire's top
And Phantom Lance is farming Ancients. Odie is farming the little Kobolds. Little Kobolds got nothing doing. Buyback from the Doom as Earthspirit's already shredded by the Spectre. And this Disruptor not going to live for too long either. Good glimpse back though. 343 is caught in the enemy base. Tornado going to clip across the two of them. This little Vender's still dead though.
Doom alive, fight just resets. A goal onto the net. Got Aether Lens almost completed on Ohio as well.
Oh, is that what he's going for? Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty common nowadays.
Increase your range, increase your magic damage from Firefly as well. He's got it done. Central Spirits looking for that item as well. Still needs the recipe though. Well, DJ 2,000 in the bank on top of Ags and Midas. He's just looking for a creep. He just wants to Midas something. Give me the Wild Wing. Get me to level 16. Get me a little bit closer to that level 3 ulti. I guess he could think about like Boots of Travel himself if he really wants to. And there's your first item. There is your primary item on OD. 24 minutes in, and it's a Rod of Atos.
That is definitely a side item. You want that item
On top of BKB, on top of Blink, or anything.
And they've almost got the Radiance now on net after he finishes one more can.
Expenditure here is huge onto Ohio. The guns back will stop the TP and I'll secure the kill. Unstoppable streak again goes to the Earth Spirit. Maybe not the best hero to give it to, but at least it lets him finish his Veil of Discord. Good high ground defensive item there.
They gotta do whatever they can right now in terms of kills. Can't be picky if you're Mongolz.
Kill is a kill. Is a kill is a kill. Net. Radiance recipe in his inventory. He can sell his Quelling Blade if he wants to.
Waiting for the spawn camp.
Oh, right.
He knows, like, even if once he buys the Radiance, you don't really need a TP on Spectre. All good.
Oh, there we have it.
And
It's time to be disgusting, Net. Pop your ulti right now. Just do it. Just kill the Disruptor straight up. Oh, actually, they're smoked, so they wouldn't be able to. Is this somewhat last-ditch effort from the Mongolz? They are making a very nice move through their own jungle, though, something that we saw the team previously, Next Generation, struggle with. Looking for the split-pushing Invoker, and the roll forward is almost perfect from R17. Oh, that Blink away, he just bought it! Mid one buys Blink, gets out of range. Freaking escapes from that angry movement in from the Mongolz.
R70 guessed wrong too on his rock kick. This guy's really good, I can tell, but he's had a rough game. Everything just feels like he's off by like half a centimeter.
Like that roll estimation was almost perfect. He was like 20 range off, catching the Invoker, and then the Invoker just dies. Mid one, he's still going to get diffused up. Ghostwalk is there, and there's no reveal back, so DJ looking for the silence, the retribution. Oh, Ice Wall with the Hawk forward, and this Phantom lands in a ton of trouble. Sunstrike will land on his head, and he's gone, he's dead. Ohio turns back onto R70, this Earth Spirit pops the Magnus ties onto just the Batrider, and it's Fnatic clearing up one after the other. Again, the Mongolz lose 3 without anything in exchange. The OD and the Doom, they're back in the base pretty much. Fnatic have got free reign to run through the jungle and run down towards bottom tier 3.
I think we're getting close to the point where Mongolz is going to call it. They've lost so many fights in a row. They could wait for the next Roshan. You're Fnatic, but I don't even think Fnatic cares. This is just like a pick-me-up Roshan. You use it so that mid one can't die in the next engagement, but I don't even think it matters too much, because he's going to make his move top.
Astraled?
He doesn't, Asanka doesn't have anything else. They might actually catch mid one here. Oh no. Does that move?
That's like what we were talking about before, he's got like 5 escape mechanisms. Ghost walks away, but he forced rotation in from 2 supports, and he's got perfect vision of them as well. The Star Observer Ward gives all of that vision down towards the tier 2, as Roshan is secured and picked up by Net. And Spectre. Where are you going? Continues farming. I mean, there's still tier 2s. Oh, hang on a second. Glimpse into Blink, mid one. No static storm thrown there by the Disruptor, but he does throw Tornado EMP, looking now for the Cold Snap onto the Disruptor. He can actually try and turn back an ulti, but it's Ohio, the Yule Scepter, gonna catch out. Oh, this OD is in a ton of trouble. Mid one can turn back and just right-click him down. A couple with a Deafening Blast as well. Stance is there, but it's a godlike Invoker. They're just ripping the Mongols to shreds. Epic Storm doesn't do anything. R70. Another casualty. And there's no buybacks on any of them. Phantom Lancer? Oh, he's hungry. He's looking. He's actually killing mid one. Doesn't have mana to Yule Step himself into the air, and this is going to be a kill from Retribution here. Beyond Godlike Streak is picked up.
A lot of gold.
2k gold.
Surprised that net didn't go into that. He could have helped them out. Fnatic are just kind of splitting up now. Doesn't really feel like they hide too much. Gonna take out this bottom tower. In the meanwhile, 343 just getting ward vision out for his team, doing a pretty good job of that so far. games in this series, and the Batrider. Then start making his way down as he knows that the Invoker has the boots to travel. He can pop in when he needs to, and the Night Stalker
Radiant's middle tower is
kind
under
of stagnated
attack.
in farm. I can see his 4,000 gold though. Could go for Vlad's for his team to help out the push if he wants.
Is it still
That's
spooky?
a full heart for that PL, by the way.
Yeah.
Off the back of that Invoker kill.
Is it still spooky to try and push high ground bot? Like, would you prefer they push tier 2 top lane or something? A little more open?
I don't want them to just go for it, honestly. I think they're in such a good spot. Take like one fight in the game, sort of just ends.
Oh. OD.
Maybe they wait for like an AC on DJ if they're super greedy.
OD's up at top. He's not alone though. I want to try and clear through the Phantom Lance Illusions mid, as well as maybe the real hero is Retribution. Walked up towards the Ancients. Oh, I think Ohio caught a glimpse of him. He did indeed. Oh, he doesn't know which one's the real one. He's gonna pop the Ganger and force away Ohio there. Tornado forward. Now they know. Retribution gets swapped back into the stars, into the EMP as well. This Phantom Lance is in a ton of trouble. He's found the entirety of Fnatic, but he doesn't have any buyback here. 1 minute without your PL. And this could seal the end of the game for the Mongols and the end of their run through the SEA qualifiers.
Oh, this move at top though.
Tower is under attack.
Are they gonna go for it onto R70? I don't think this is worth it to commit your entire team back.
They've got the haunt still from Net, so
Radiant's
Net can
middle
just
tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
I think they keep going though. Test the PL buyback if he has it or not.
Radiant's middle tower has
That's
fallen.
true. Fnatic don't exactly know. He's nowhere close to it from our bird's eye view. He's 600 gold away from buyback, but it's going to be the bot racks that they've got their eyes on. Lord Spirit still on cooldown, so Alacrity going to be the port of call there for mid one, just to try and take down the melee swap. Wants a piece happiness and just look at the damage output. He's gone immediately. EMP burnt through. Damage output's good, and with the tornado forward, they're going to take out another couple of supports as well. The other Spirit's gone with the disruptor and Sanky. The OD is the last man standing. Racks are taken out, and GG is called before a single freaking building falls. Mongols. Good luck further to Fnatic, as Fnatic against Warriors Gaming Unity will be our grand final tomorrow in a best of 5. But we've seen some good upsets, some good underdog stories here from the SEA qualifiers. The Vietnamese team, Next Generation, Mongolz Gaming. There's been some pretty good SEA teams popping up.
Yep. I think Warriors is gonna give a pretty good fight too. I think Mongols could have won that first game, and I think after that one, it just kind of like you get on tilt, because that was a team that they're not supposed to beat, but they got really close to it, and they're gonna feel bad about that one.
That's it for today, guys. Thanks for